All right, for any coach or athlete out there, you know the ritual. It's as old as sports itself, the post-game team talk. Win or lose, everybody huddles up for a final word. But what if I told you that this time-honored tradition is, well, kind of useless? Today we're going to look at a brand new post-game routine that's designed to fix exactly that. So let's dive in.
Seriously, think about it for a second. The buzzer goes off, the final whistle blows. What happens next? Almost every single time, the coach pulls the team together for a post-game speech. It's just what you do. But if you ever really stop to ask why?
Wow, that is a pretty bold statement from our source material. It's basically saying this whole routine we take for granted, it's not actually for the players, it's for the coach. It's the coach processing things out loud, not actually effective teaching.
So if it's broken, how is it broken? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of why that classic post-game huddle so often just completely misses the mark.
The source material really lays it out with 5 key failure points. For one, the players' minds are somewhere else entirely. Coaches are often unprepared, running on pure emotion. You've got parents and stakeholders waiting around. But the 2 biggest issues are something called resulting, where you're just judging the final score instead of the process, and the fact that honestly, it's just a terrible return on your team's attention.
The real root of the problem, though, it goes even deeper than that. It's all about how 2 different groups of people can go through the exact same event and see 2 completely different things.
This right here, this is the core of it. The coach and the athlete experience the same game from 2 totally different realities. A coach sees the X's and O's, the systems, the strategy from the sideline. The athlete is in the middle of it all, under enormous pressure. A one-way talk from the coach's point of view can't possibly bridge that gap. It just can't.
Okay, so if the classic coach monologue is broken, what's the fix? How do you actually connect those 2 different perspectives? Well, this is where a really cool tool called the Mindset Performance Indicator, or MPI, comes into the picture. What's so powerful about this is that it completely flips the script. Instead of the coach talking at the team, the whole process starts with the athletes themselves. It's still a performance review, but it's from their point of view, and it's all designed to kick off a real conversation. The goal here isn't just about what happened in one game. It's about turning all that subjective, post-game feeling into objective data. And when you do that over and over, you can start to track your team's performance pulse. You can actually see the trends in their confidence, their attitude, and their mindset over a whole season. Okay, so what in the world does an MPI actually measure? Mindset Performance Indicator might sound a little complicated, but the framework itself is super intuitive. Let's break down what it's actually looking at. It all starts with 2 simple but really powerful ratings. IPR, that's your individual performance rating, and TPR, the team performance rating. Every athlete rates their own game and the team's game on a 7-star scale. It's the foundational question. How do you think we did?
Then we get a little more specific. Performance gets broken down into 2 buckets. You've got qualities, those are the intangibles, right? Attitude, effort, communication, hustle. Then you have abilities. These are the skills you'd find on a stat sheet, like shooting, defense, passing. The system makes sure to capture both.
And here you can see the whole shebang. It goes way beyond just performance. It tracks mental and physical factors, how prepared the team felt, how prepared the individual felt, and even has a spot for hindsight notes, where they can just type out their thoughts. It's a true 360-degree view of an athlete's mindset right after a game.
So, the athletes give all this feedback. That's great. But how does all that raw data turn into something a coach can actually use? Well, this is where the real magic happens. It all starts with getting that data super quick, right after the game. Athletes pull out their phones and use these really simple rating scales. You can see them here for individual and team performance, but also for their mental state, like how focused they were, and their physical state, from healthy to injured. It's fast, it's intuitive, and it's done before outside opinions can sneak in and create bias. And check this out. This is where it gets really cool. All that individual feedback is instantly pulled together. On the left, you've got the team's ratings on those intangible qualities like hustle. On the right, the same thing for the skill-based abilities. A coach can see in seconds what the entire team collectively felt were their biggest strengths and weaknesses in that game.
All of that information populates this dashboard, which is basically the coach's new command center. The guessing games are over. This gives you a clear, simple, at-a-glance summary of your team's collective mindset from the game they just finished playing.
Now, if we zoom out, the value gets even bigger. Each game's data becomes a single point on this performance pulse chart. So now, a coach can track trends over the entire season. You can actually see things like, are we losing mental focus during this tough stretch? Or is our confidence dipping after a bad loss? These are the insights that lead to real development.
So you put all of this together, and what you get is a completely new, data-driven alternative to that old, broken postgame talk we started with. So, what does this new routine actually look like? It's really just 3 simple steps. 1. Athletes take a few minutes to fill out their self-assessment. 2. The coach immediately reviews the team dashboard. And 3. That data, that shared understanding of what happened, becomes the starting point for actual coaching, whether it's in the film room, a one-on-one, or the next practice.
This philosophy really just nails the whole point, doesn't it? For so long, the mental side of the game, the whole mindset piece, has been treated like this fuzzy, unmeasurable thing. This approach changes that completely. It gives you a way to finally track and measure the very thing that powers all performance. So we'll end with this question for you to think about. As coaches, you meticulously track points, assists, errors, times, all of it. But those are all outcomes. The real question is, how are you tracking the confidence, the focus, and the perception that actually drive all those results?